In the last video, we went ahead, got the ECU out of the car, got it ready, got it packaged up, and we sent it off to Femto. That was Tuesday of last week. And right after that, we started plugging up the flex fuel sensor within the engine bay. We got that situated as well. Now that we got everything plugged up in the engine bay, we had to go ahead and flush our wire through the firewall. And we got that all situated here for the most part. I did start plugging up some of the wires to the stock wiring harness, and it's not too difficult. From our end, we just need to go ahead and keep unplugging stuff and then plug up our boot mod harness to all the wiring from the stock factory harness. Again, shouldn't be too difficult, but we just got to make sure that we're plugging the right stuff up into the right place, just so we don't get any check engine lights or our dashboard doesn't light up like a Christmas tree. I'll go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll pick up the camera again in a little bit. We got what I think is everything plugged up properly. Not sure what this is all doing. I'm just following instructions. So now it's just a matter of plugging this thing back up. I'm not gonna tuck it in just yet because I do wanna start the car and make sure that we're not getting any faults or anything, because the last thing I wanna do is close this thing all up, start the car, and something's not working. We're gonna hold off on cleaning this part up and make sure that we have everything on. Now to do that, we're gonna need our ECU back. So we're gonna have to wait. It should be back in today. So hopefully within the next 2 hours. I think delivery time says around 3 p.m. It's currently 12. So let's go ahead and give that a second and see if we can get that in today so that we can get part of this video. So here's a little cool thing that we've been working on. Obviously I drive a G80 and we do everything in the house for the most part. I don't think I'd take this car out for any type of maintenance anywhere else. And because of that, we started a new brand called 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐽, and it's for all of our, at-home amateur mechanics that do all the work themselves. So our first design and our first drop was mostly about 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐽 itself and just being the at-home builder or DIY or amateur mechanic, whatever you want to call it. And because of that, we created this design, which is the G80 in the garage, and there's just a bunch of tools, mess around, and the quality on this thing came out amazing. As you can see, we got our snap-on gun up there, the G80 steering wheel, we got our Harbor Freight jack stands, just some bolts and tools everywhere. We even got the E30 headers that we were working on when we came up with this design. So we had our official drop this past weekend, and as you can see, we already have a number of orders that we need to ship out. I'm gonna go ahead and drop all these off at the post office today. And again, this brand is mostly for the at-home DIYers, amateur mechanics, whatever you want to call it. People like me, right, that love to work on their cars. They still have a day job, and we still gotta do all of our other life stuff, and we can't really focus on all these things all the time like we want to. So if you haven't already, I'll leave the link in the description down below for the drop. And it's not just G80 shirts. It comes, there's a hat. We got the hats right here. So 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐽. And then we do have a bunch of small details on this thing that you guys would love. And then our mugs are actually pretty cool. So for the mugs, we went with an E30 inspired design. And because obviously I drive an E30 as well, we created the M20 design. So this is an engine schematic of the E30 here, and it has labels for all the different parts that make up the M20. And honestly, I love this design. It came out super nice. But yeah, we have these in green and black design. So if you haven't already, go down, check out the drop, see what we got, and hopefully you grabbed it before it sells out, because it's pretty close to selling out. It didn't show up that first day, but we got the ECU now. Now it's just a matter of throwing this thing in, actually flashing the unlocked ECU, and we should be able to start running this thing with a little bit more power. What's it called? So we got the ECU back in, wires are all plugged up. So now we can actually start the fun process. How do you throw this thing back on? Oh, like this. Connect the Ethernet cord to your vehicle's OBD. Oh, it's connected now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you go to the OTS maps. There you go.
Okay, boys. Now we're working.
OTS maps.
So I think for the first tune, we're gonna go. We're gonna go with the 93 stage 2, and then we'll check the ethanol. Actually, how do you do it?
You might not be able to check it right now.
Yeah, I might need to start it, right?
Yeah, so you can't do that right now. You gotta,
okay.
You gotta put the map first.
So we're gonna check this one. So stage 2 93 first, and then I think what we're gonna do is after that go to stage 2 E50 and then see how that feels. But we'll start with this one. I did buy the bundle so you can get all the OTS maps. But I think the stock option, whatever you get regularly, it gives you one tune option that you can pick. Okay, so exhaust burble, custom.
Right. You want to see my settings and you want to copy those? You can.
No, we'll turn it up all the way.
Oh, you want to turn it up all the way? That's gonna be wild.
How do you do it though? So aggression.
So these are the. So aggression.
I'm not gonna go to 12. I'll go like 8.
So duration is how long a burble is for.
Okay.
So you want to do it like a very long burble, you do 3 to 5 seconds. If you want to do a short burble, it's like 2 to 2.5. I think mine's at 1.
Okay, minimum speed I'll go 35 because I don't want it to be burbling in the neighborhood.
That going down to 5 miles.
No. 25.
Max speed 100, so keep burbling until 100.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Minimum RPM 1500, max RPM 5600.
Hard limiter on it?
Alright, so we got that. Torque limit patch.
I don't touch that.
Anti-lag?
Turn it up max.
What does that even mean?
You gonna build that boost at 3,000?
Nah, I thought nobody
Yeah,
did
you-
anti-lag. Unless you got the proper setup.
Yeah, I don't have it. I have mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one off.
Yeah, keep it.
Until I do a little more
Mine is
research on it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty slick for
This
that.
night.
You gotta wait through all the settings. All the lights are gonna come on. Everything's gonna pop up. Everything's gonna go crazy.
That is so scary.
Yeah. So once it's done, it'll then take off all the lights and stuff.
So now you can see that we got stage 293, stage 2 E50, and E30 all on the My Map section. So if I ever want to go down, I have access to everything, but these are the ones I have in here now. So I'm just gonna download everything, but now, or should be good to go ahead and start this thing up, right? All right. All right.
The valves open it automatically.
I'm not seeing any check engine light, nothing, so at least the wiring went good. No, this it's super sensitive right now. It's like super sensitive right now. Like I'm barely like barely nothing.
Your car sounds alive.
All right, let's check the ethanol. So I'm just gonna hold this button down, and it's gonna show you my ethanol level. So right now we're at 10% ethanol, which is the regular amount for pump 93 gas. So let's go ahead and dry this thing, see how it feels, and then we'll go ahead and put a little bit more E85 in it and see how different it feels and if it's worth spending almost $2,000 to unlock this car.
Right there's good. Right there's perfect.
We'll get some rollers and then grab a Keel's car later, see how it compares, because before he beat me by like a car length. So now we'll see what the difference is. Just saying go. No, the car's fast. Like, I don't know if I would ever run E50 on the car because this is fast enough.
We'll find out today.
Like, yeah, we'll pull out, I think what we'll do is pull out a Keel's car and then try on just 93 and see how that feels. And then we'll go put some E85 in it and then race again just to see the bigger difference. But yeah, this is fast enough. You don't need anything faster than how it sits right now, to be honest, for a daily driver.
The exhaust tones outside are definitely loud. You can hear a lot more inside too.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if I'm a fan of it. I'll probably turn it off soon, but for right now, at least it's staying on. So ideal horsepower range is like right here.
Oh, hell yeah, it's faster.
I literally tried getting up, I couldn't.
Yeah, it's definitely faster. God. Is that yo?
Yeah, I started chasing on him.
Yeah, you started getting his ass right at the end.
This one doesn't have it, but I know the other one near the 100 exit does. All right, so since we didn't find E85 here, we'll go do a quick E90 run or E93 run with him. He's gonna be around the same horsepower range where we're at right now. So we'll see how this car holds up compared to that. Because before we lost by a car's length, something like that.
All right, he's ready.
Redlined again. Yeah, so off the jump, I think the car will beat his car. It's just that there's way too much traffic out on the road right now. It's like the middle of a Sunday. So kind of hard to get some good runs, but that's just on 93. So we're about to go put in E50, and I think after that,
Ooh, RS3 wants some more.
after that, we can see who else we get it into. But again, too much traffic on the road right now, so we gotta be really careful. Sad day. Honestly, the gas pump right next to my house has E85, but they were out of order for some reason. So for today, at least, we're probably just gonna head home. Honestly, call it a day here until we find E85, and then we'll make another video on that. And we'll probably get him to come back out just so we can actually test it properly again.
So random little side quest, a guy's little clutch went out on the side of the road, so we're gonna go push him out the way. A lot of weird stuff happening today. A lot of weird stuff happening.
I thought at first
J-Man has a video of the guy barking. J-Man has a guy in the video barking.
Yeah. There's like a random racist dude. He came up and started calling us terrorist Indians and whatnot, and started screaming at us on the side of the road.
Hey, that means you secret fucking agents. Shut up.
About 30 minutes later, we were sitting at a stoplight, and this guy came up to us and started calling us dirty Indian terrorists who are secret agents in our country killing his people. I have no idea where this came from. Super unprovoked, but yeah, we're dead. And the worst part is we're not even Indian. So, no idea what he's talking about. So unfortunately, no E85 today. I don't know why, but all the gas stations were just not working for some reason. I don't know if they ran out of delivery of the gas or whatnot in this area, but the closest one that had it to us was like about 30 minutes away, so we didn't really see it was worth it to drive all the way down. But what we will do is drive this thing for another few days, just get used to the 93 a little bit more, because it is very fast. Again, I'm not a speed demon. I don't like driving very fast, but it is nice to have, I will say. The car feels very, very good. But what we'll do is give it a few days and then put some E85 in it once the local gas pumps have it again. And then we'll do another video with that full reaction, test drive, how it's feeling, everything like that. Luckily, the good thing was today, the weather was a little bit warmer. So we actually got a decent amount of traction. I really didn't think we would, but I wonder if that's gonna change once we have the E85 in the car. But overall, car is looking really, really good. The wheels do need to be cleaned. The car just needs a detail in general. It's been a rough winter so far, but definitely stay tuned. After the E85 video, we're also gonna be installing our front mount intakes. So you'll see those right in the front grille right there. And I think that's also gonna make the car sound a lot better. You're gonna hear more induction noises from the front, maybe even some turbo spoolie, whatnot. But yeah, super excited, and hopefully you guys are too. So definitely stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.